CARDI partners with the Caribbean Development Bank to assist Dominica with the management of Black Sigatoka disease. DOAS funds a workshop on integrating ICTs into schools' curriculum, and Universal Children's Day 2015 culminates with a Breaking the Silence walk. Thanks for joining us on another edition of National Focus. I'm Nisha Charles.
And I'm Kerdisha St. Louis. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after the break.
Thanks for staying with us. Stakeholders in the agriculture industry are learning a more integrated approach to managing the Black Sigatoka disease to allow for the resurgence of Dominican bananas on the export market. The Caribbean Agricultural Research and Development Institute, CARDI, and the Caribbean Development Bank is hosting a 2-week workshop on the integrated disease management of Black Sigatoka. The workshop, which began on Monday, is part of a 30-month project across Dominica, Guyana, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and St. Lucia, entitled Development of an Integrated Disease Management Program for Black Sigatoka. Sharon Jones is project coordinator.
Part of the project was also to review some tolerant varieties for BST, and that we got from the material we got out of IITA, which really does a lot of work on planting, tolerant planting varieties. Some of these planting varieties are commercial, and then some of them are just experimental. Then that material is now in Guyana at the Tissueculture Lab at Nari. Then we also got the FIA varieties that came from out of Biodiversity International, and that material was in St. Vincent, and St. Vincent's Tissueculture Lab has multiplied that material and has distributed it to Dominica and St. Lucia. So we have the FIA varieties here. Later on, we will do the planting varieties coming out of IITA. Now these varieties, the FIA varieties, are not, they're all part of the integrated disease management plan, because to manage the disease you have to attack all aspects of the organism, not just the organism, but the host and the environment.
The workshop will focus on epidemiology, integrated disease management, climate forecasting methods, measuring disease intensity, as well as other areas. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Harold Geist, says the ministry has been hard at work in tackling the disease.
The government of Dominica, through the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, has not been idle, but has been using various means to arrest this problem. And the list of initiatives undertaken so far are early confirmation and rapid island-wide assessment of the disease and the incidence and severity of the disease. Public sensitization, which is an ongoing exercise, and we need to continue to do more of this for our farmers. Establishing policies for the banana and plantain subsector. Mobilization of substantial funds to effect a program of spraying to arrest the disease. The Ministry of Agriculture has invested a tremendous amount of resources, financial resources, human, material resources to combat this disease.
The workshop is being facilitated by plant pathologist Dr. Robert Power from Suriname, who has extensive experience in managing the disease for the commercial banana export sector.
The Dominica Youth Business Trust, DYBT, is reporting success at the Regional Caribbean Youth Summit 2015 in Barbados, with Dominica capturing 2 awards. Director of the DYBT, Carrie-Ann Remy, made the announcement at the graduation and awards ceremony of the Entrepreneurship Development Program and Small Business Assistance Facility on November 19.
DYBT also participated in an exit strategy for the YEPEC project at the end of this year. This resulted in the Caribbean Youth Entrepreneurship Summit, CYES, a new platform for entrepreneurs and policymakers to collectively build a future for entrepreneurship development in the Caribbean. Regional policymakers, young entrepreneurs, and other major stakeholders met in Barbados on Thursday the 24th and Friday the 25th of September 2015. The two-day event consists of an opening ceremony, testimonies from regional entrepreneurs, including Dominica's Elias Dupuy of 365 Group, Inc., panel discussions, regional networking session, trade shows, stakeholders meeting, the launching of the Youth Business Caribbean website, and an award ceremony. At the award ceremony, the Dominica Youth Business Trust emerged victorious by capturing 2 of the 3 Young Entrepreneur Award. Mr. Grayson John, trading as Big G Pepper Sauce, was winner of the award for the Caribbean Regional Startup Young Entrepreneur. And Elias Dupuy, Tridel Elwin and their team, trading as 365 Group Inc., formerly 365 MMP, emerged winner of the award for the Caribbean Regional Technology Young Entrepreneur.
Remy says there is tangible evidence that the Dominica Youth Business Trust is a success.
We also collaborated with the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank and the National Development Foundation of Dominica during Financial Literacy Month in October 2015. A 3-day financial management training workshop was held targeting potential and existing entrepreneurs from communities affected by Tropical Storm Erika. Collectively, the DYBT has trained 593 young persons, of which 517 benefit specifically from the EDP and SBF programs. Within its 11 years of operation, we have seen the establishment of new small businesses. Currently, there are 255 youth enterprises in operation within the Dominica economy as a result of DYBT intervention. We are also very pleased to report that over 280 jobs have been created by businesses through the facilitation of a memorandum of understanding between the DYBT and various local financial institutions. The DYBT is indebted to all our partner organizations and donors who continue to make the achievement of Dominica's youth possible. I am sure you will agree that these are significant reasons for considering joining the DYBT family.
Students across Dominica will soon be better prepared for 21st century employment in the Eastern Caribbean. That is the aim of the 2-day workshop being held by the Ministry of Education in collaboration with the Organization of American States, the OAS. The 2-day workshop on the integration of information communication technology, ICT, into schools' curriculum began on Monday. The workshop is being funded through the Development Corporation Fund of the OAS, geared towards the integration of ICTs into schools' curriculums in 5 OACS member states. The Honorable Acting Education Minister, who is also the Minister for Information Science, Telecommunications, Technology, Kelvadaru, says the partnership is appreciated.
This partnership is extremely relevant because it comes on the heels of government's One Tablet per Child initiative, which saw us distribute over 7,500 tablets to students of all secondary schools and the Dominica State College. We remain proud of this bold venture, which equips every student with the appropriate technology to enhance innovation and learning in the classrooms. We believe that if our citizens are to receive knowledge and skills that are relevant and up to date with the changing realities of the global environment, they must be equipped with the relevant tools. We will agree that in light of the advances in communication, information, and the corresponding technologies, ICTs must be given greater prominence in the national curriculum.
Senior Education Officer Nazarene William Titt says the workshop is one that is highly anticipated at the secondary school level.
The outfitting of our schools with hardware was the beginning. Training in the use of technologies in the classroom in ways that yield optimum academic, attitudinal, social, and economic benefits completes the package. However, we are aware that the ongoing upgrade of bandwidth at our secondary schools to allow instant internet access will add the final component. It is expected that there will be the monitoring of the use of technology in the classroom, as well as the evaluation of the impact of technology in instruction. Consequently, it is necessary for such professional development workshops, not only as an initial activity, but as a continuous one that strives to meet the demands of rapid evolution of technology and the job market.
The workshop will ensure that all teachers are fully capable of making maximum use of the technologies of learning. A presentation of equipment was also made to facilitate the workshop. Upon completion of the workshop, teachers will be given the opportunity to pursue certification in what is called Microsoft Certified Educate. The training and corresponding certification is being provided by Microsoft, which has developed an internationally recognized curriculum for teachers on the use of ICT in schools based on UNESCO guidelines. About 40 participants will take part in the workshop. And Kerdisha, you know, it's amazing to see the progress that the Dominican government has made in the development of the ICT sector. You know, we see that from a very tender stage, you know, we see the hardware being installed in the classrooms by way of computers, all the way up to the tablets. You know, government's one tablet per child initiative, you know, over 7,000 tablets with our children in the schools. It says that government is committed to the development of the sector. And as we see in the story, you know, they are training teachers now to be able to use those devices properly, to be able to infiltrate them into the curriculum, to make it better suited to teachers and to the students.
That's right, and you know, there are numerous benefits as a result of the tablets being initiated into the schools. We can see that the students themselves are getting a lot of benefit by means of they are quickly able to access their work. The teachers are quickly able to send out the information. We can also see them having the resources at their fingertips. And for example, you know, a student who maybe is sick or who is not at school that day could still be able to access the information via the tablet. You can also see that the teachers will also have ease in terms of maybe even tests and, you know, things like that can be done using these tablets.
And it will enhance the education sector on a whole. We see that government is not about just making our students in Dominica ready for Dominica, but for making them ready on a regional and even international stage. So with the tablets and the curriculum and all these information being at the tip of our students' fingertips, you know, it can be better for them, and they will have that edge when they go on that regional market to be able to be out there and be competitive.
Right, and I remember the Chief Education Minister was saying that one of the main things we should look forward to, we should strive to have, especially in a country, is a well-versed human resource. And I'm sure that the development of the ICT sector is going to make our human resource in Dominica top class.
Indeed, indeed. You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
Protection from abuse is every child's right. Everyone has a shared responsibility in protecting the child from abuse.
Mothers, believe your children when they say they've been abused, and follow through with child abuse cases when they've been reported.
For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.
Welcome back. On Saturday, November 21st, the Child Abuse Prevention Unit, CARIMAN, the NGO Coalition, the Bureau of Gender Affairs, parents and the children participated in a walk in observance of Universal Children's Day 2015. Although observed on the 20th of November, the Child Abuse Prevention Unit collaborated with various organizations to host the event, which began in Canefield and ended at the Convent Preparatory School in Roseau. The objective was to call for an end to child abuse in Dominica. President of CARIMAN, Thomas Holmes, called for even more to be done in protecting the lives of children.
We have to respect our girls and boys. We cannot abuse them. We are here this morning, and then we have been doing a lot of talking and also a lot of action. And I must say, CARIMAN thanks Mrs. Gemma Luce and Ms. Tuce from the Child Abuse Prevention Unit for all the work they're doing. And I only hope that they will get more assistance, more people to join the core group, because a lot of things are happening to our children in Dominica. And then we have to bring an end, we have to stop all the negative things happening to them. Children have no right to be abused by we, the men, or the women. And sometimes, sad to say, biological fathers are involved in abusing our children. We have to stop that.
He urged children to report any form of abuse and encouraged them to be vigilant.
When children are at school, sometimes the classmates, the schoolmates are doing things to them or telling them things that they should not. We ask every child to respect each other. Respect yourself and respect each other. And do not allow anyone to disrespect you. Do not allow anyone to touch you where they should not touch you. Do not allow anyone to say anything to you that they should not. Do not entertain them. Do not stand up and listen to them. If you're walking and a stranger passes by the vehicle and says, let me drop you to school, you reach faster, say no thanks. You do not know the person, do not go in a vehicle with that person.
Coordinator of the Child Abuse Prevention Unit, General Luce, says the fight against child abuse is an ongoing effort.
In Dominica, we have been trying to make progress in combating violence against children. We do that through going to the schools, and we go to the different communities, having different programs, all talking about child abuse, so that persons will know that there is no excuse for child abuse, and also that the children will know how to protect themselves and how to report cases and who to report it to if you know of a child being abused. I want to also let you know that in reporting child abuse, you do not have to have the facts. You can report on suspicion. So if you know that maybe based on what you're seeing, it is possible that that child is being abused, you can also report it.
As Luce says, statistics show that child sexual abuse is still a major problem in Dominica.
In Dominica, we continue to be faced with child abuse. It is a problem. It is something that we need to work against. It is something that we need to talk against. Because in last year, 2014, we had about 170 cases of child abuse being reported. Most of it being child sexual abuse. So that continues to be a problem, that our children are continuously being violated, and violated by the persons whom they know and who they trust. And it is sad to know that the persons who are supposed to be protecting the children are the ones who hurt the children. And taking it for instance that in 2014, we had 170 cases of child abuse. And when we have to look at January to September, we have already 157 cases of child abuse being reported, which, of course, is only a small difference from 170 cases. It shows that we have a problem. And child sexual abuse, again, continues to be the type of abuse that is constantly being reported against our children.
Incest, physical abuse, and emotional abuse also continue to be a problem. The coordinator wants a united front in breaking the silence of child abuse.
We have to continue denouncing violence against children. And the Social Welfare Division cannot do it on its own. It is impossible for us to do it on our own. That is why we work as a team. And as you can see here today, putting this activity together was not just the Ministry of Social Services, but the NGO coalition came together, roving caregivers came together, Bureau of Gender Affairs, local government, the convent prep school. We had to come together to do this, Carryman, and we have to say a special thank you to everybody who assisted us, because there's no way we can do this alone. In order for us to break the cycle and break the issue of child abuse in our country, we have to work together. And it takes all sectors, the government and the non-government organizations, to come together and do what we have to do for the care and protection of our children. Our children are our future. If we do not do anything for them now, if we don't protect them now, I must say that we are going to have a sad future.
And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is next with the Creole highlights.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, ministre de l'Agriculture qui a servi l'argent BAM pour gommer Black Sigatoka. Parole celle-là sorti du ministère de l'Agriculture, Honorable Johnson Drago. Gouvernement Dominica aussi tapé assistance CARDI et Banque Développement Caraïbe, assisté habitants contrôlés Madalila et puis workshop qui kachem.
Bon, je vais 34 barils d'huile banou pour nous mettre pour nous spray là. Comme ça, nous avons tapé nous bien en gouvernement Black Sigatoka, parce que actuellement nous avons 20 bananes. Nous avons 20 figues, nous avons 20 bananes. C'est mon qui a mis des figues mia, je vais mettre figues ça met mia après ça. Et puis c'est mon qui a envoyé banane notre pays, je vais mettre banane. So nous déjà nous avons confiance en la notre agriculture. Et nous avons tape. Mais nous avons vivre mettre agriculture le pays et puis tout ce supporter nous avons payer.
Dans la nouvelle, Africa Concerned Insurance en santé, recevez attention pendant le meeting chef gouvernement OECS qui tient en Dominique. Parole celle-là sorti votre ambassadeur Dominique pour OECS, His Excellency Félix Grégoire.
En l'autre meeting, il parlait contre la santé. Il y avait un premier ministre, Roosevelt Secretary, dit contre health insurance. Nous parlons contre santé. Il y avait commission là, OECS, qui allait faire un meeting pour région, pour OECS, pour santé. Il y avait santé, il parlait contre place unit là qui a gagné médecin, c'est pas médecin, médecin on dit, il a gagné pour tous ces pays. Sur ces pays, cette Luce unit là qui a gagné médecin avec un plus cheap. So yo d'accord pour yo ça continuer et puis ça parce que ça important pour santé ces monde qui a OECS là.
La nouvelle, ministre de l'Éducation a tenu un workshop de jours où la plusieurs teachers de l'école secondaire tout un pays qui a reçu le traitement bagay ICT. Il expecte que ces teachers-là qui mettent ça à point en curriculum l'école ailleurs. OES a branché et puis ministre de l'Éducation pour faciliter le workshop-là. Sinon, officier éducation et puis responsabilité pour l'école secondaire Nazarene Williams State. Workshop celle-là qui éduqué ces teachers-là, vivre en l'école yo, préparer étudiants et puis éducation ICT pour agir et puis la technologie. Et des workshops celle-là bien nécessaires pour l'école ni bagaille qui va exister en latin à présent. En même temps, ministère pour technologie, Honorable Kelvin Darrow, car oui, merci OES pour faciliter le workshop-là. Ministre Darrow dit workshop là qui tombé en bas programme où le gouvernement bat tout étudiant à l'école et puis State College Dominique en tablette. Honorable Darrow dit gouvernement bien plaisir pour le programme là et puis il y a quoi qui ça même qui avance l'éducation sénégalaise. Workshop ça là qui tient à l'occasion de Dominica Grammar School à Ozo. Et puis finalement, il y a une organisation qui vient Snippy Grenadines MR16 Group vient nous assister au résident Paradise Valley Lac-Odoué. Agent groupe Salan Dominique Ronald Landa présenté groupe des As Lac-Odoué et puis on chèque pliqué $14,000 l'argent. L'argent ça qui a assisté aux résidents qui est affecté par culte Erika.
Mon ami Hot Saint Vincent qui a assisté nous avec bail après hurricane tropical storm Erika. Yo ba moins $15,000 jodia pour moi ba moun hot Bath State. Mon Paradise Valley, yo tapé belle cour Erika. So c'est un grand plaisir pour moi ba Bath State Disaster Committee là ça pour assister mon Paradise Valley pour tout ba yo tapé hot Hurricane Erika. Yo que c'est l'argent pour gay bail pour caillou, bail gay pour appliance pots and pans bail pour wager caillou. C'est un grand plaisir parce que nous ne pouvons faire ça nos pieds pour assister moun qui tape belle cour d'Erika. C'est un grand plaisir pour faire ça aujourd'hui.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle à Creole. Pour à présent, moi c'est McPherson. Au revoir.
Coming up next, your tip of the day. Stress leads to a reduction in concentration and productivity and may be affecting you more than you realize.
Combat stress by developing a positive attitude. Exercise regularly, learn basic but helpful stretch techniques as they help relieve tense muscles and fatigue. Eat healthy and get sufficient sleep.
And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm.
Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News Desk, I'm Kerdisha.
And I'm Nisha Charles. Thanks for watching and do join us again next time on National Focus.